Spot World. Today we're doing something new. First of all, I invite you to join me during my live streams. It's in the pinned comments. We're doing a reaction today. Let's get into it.
After a tumultuous offseason, the Philadelphia 76ers are waiting to see if James Harden will join the team for training camp in Colorado this week. Harden, who's been adamant about leaving the reign of Daryl Morey, did show up to the team's first practice yesterday. Okay.
The fact James Harden even showed up to practice is either the beginning of what looks like the end or a really good sign. He can start practicing. He can start putting on weight like he did in Houston. We have to see. Or he can practice hard. I seen a couple pictures. Someone tried to fake news it where he was standing up, not doing nothing, like, yo, it's starting. But then another person responded, I seen, with him actually practicing hard. We're going to have to see.
Steven Smith.
Yes.
Which team should pursue Harden?
Oh, we got Mad Dog here today.
Well, respectfully, no one should pursue him.
Mad Doggy.
There are certain landing spots I would love to see him in Miami. Because I think they need somebody with his skill set.
I ain't gonna lie, James Harden in Miami that might be comp. James Harden in Miami might be a good fit. I really think personally he should stay in Philly, run it out one more year, run it back one more year. I don't think they can contend with the Celtics nor the Milwaukee Bucks, but they're gonna finish top 4 or 5 still.
We talk about James Harden like he's not still an all-star caliber player. He's not 3-time scoring champion that he once was, but he is a big-time player. He's an all-star. And he would definitely help them because of his ability to make shots and to play in that system. I actually think he needs Miami. He really, really does. That level of structure with an organization that he respects, that you can't get away with some of the shenanigans that he's engaged in. And I say that respectfully because I'm a fan of James Harden as a person and a player. I'm not a fan, Doggy, of what I've seen him do. Forcing your way the way that you did. Ultimately, the Brooklyn situation, I don't blame him nearly as much as people.
I want to ask y'all a question real quick. And while you're here, just hit that like button. Hit that sub button if you new. Do y'all really feel like James Harden can't return to superstar form? Is he just off of that? Is there no turning back? Is he just stuck at the level he's at, which I would say is a star player? He's still a star player. But can he not return to 25 plus points per game? Also with like 8 assists per game, 7-8 rebounds per game. Can he not give us a season like that anymore? Or are those days gone?
People try to blame him because I know a lot of the stuff that was going on there. It really had nothing to do with him. Plus, it was always understood he wanted to be with Daryl Morey in Philadelphia. But for Daryl Morey to mean as much to you as he once did, it's one thing for you to just be salty about him, to be disgusted with him, and to want nothing to do with him. It's another thing for you to act like a petulant child, where you are over there in China calling him a liar with a microphone and camera on you, and then coming back to the States and reiterating that point. We got the message, but you're a grown man. Stop that. Everybody's, your business ain't everybody's business. You don't get along with Daryl Morey now. We got the message. But Daryl Morey, and I'm not absolving Daryl Morey from anything, Doggy. If he lied to James Harden and cost James Harden that money, he is wrong. And he should be made to answer for that to some degree. But let's also take into account Daryl Morey has done a hell of a lot of good things for James Harden.
Daryl Morey has blessed Harden. He really has. I can see that James Harden want to get paid. It's a business. But I feel like out of anybody, Daryl Morey has blessed this guy. From Houston to Philly.
When he was in Houston for 9 years, Daryl Morey, I'm not sure Daryl Morey didn't personally give him pedicures and manicures. I'm not sure about that. He looked out for James Harden. Whatever James Harden wanted, James Harden got.
That's facts.
9 years. So for him to act this way now publicly, I'm not talking privately because privately that's their business, but publicly for him to act that way so bad and so immature, that's just wrong, and I'm not going to support that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that James Harden can ball. The Clippers and the Miami Heat stand out in my mind, even though I'm not so sure about the Clippers because Russell Westbrook is there. And Russell Westbrook, I think, is a perfect fit for the Clippers. He might have been maligned with his time with the Lakers. But with the Clippers, I think Russell Westbrook has done a hell of a job. And he should obviously not be interfered with in any way.
Facts, we like Russ. We like Russ on the Clippers. We do like Russ on the Clippers. If you don't, I think you bugging and you just a Westbrook hater. And that I hate that Westbrook hate train, but that's for another video.
But I would say Miami. James Harden could go to a lot of places, but somebody actually pursuing him because of Houston Brooklyn, now Philadelphia, I can't justify anybody pursuing him.
I'd be shocked if Pat Riley wants James Harden on his basketball.
No, I'm not implying that he does, because he won't.
No way.
No, he won't.
And again, Morey has gone out of his way to kiss Harden's rear end. He structured his whole team around the way Harden plays. And I've said this to you before, and I've said it here, and I'm going to say it again. If you want James Harden on your basketball team, you're crazy. He is a killer. You're not winning with him. He's never played in the final. He doesn't play well in big games. He got himself out of Houston when he shouldn't have. He got himself out of Brooklyn. I don't know all the ins and outs that Steve does, but he spent half his time in Vegas instead of in Brooklyn in practice.
Mad Dog going crazy right now, and he's hating. He's hating. He's making good points that sound good, but James Harden at this point, he just need to find a good fit. He's still a star player.
Practices and all those things in his shirt. I can't stand it.
No, they let him go to Vegas during an off day in the playoffs.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And he wanted to go.
Yeah,
I mean, how about sitting on the bench? How about sitting on the bench and rooting for your team?
Right.
I mean, my God, how does anybody want James Harden on their team? He's never won. His style of play is not conducive to a winning championship team because he pounds the ball, he pounds the ball, he pounds the ball, he pounds the ball. It drives you crazy. But don't laugh with the way he plays the game. Morey's kissed his rear end, and he's got Embiid sitting there. He's got the MVP of the league next to him, and he doesn't want to play with Embiid? Who do you want? He's never won a thing, Harden. How do you not want to play with Embiid, who's one of the best players in the league? You would think you'd want to play with Embiid. He's 35 years of age. Harden not won a thing, never won a championship, and he's got the MVP that he wants out. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
I go out, Mad Dog kind of spitting right now. He's kind of spitting right now.
And Pat Riley from Schenectady, New York. Pat Riley would freaking quit before he brought James Harden to South Beach. And if any team in the NBA wants Harden on their team, good luck.
Well,
he's
a couple of points, couple of key nuggets here when you bring up Pat Riley from Schenectady.
Key nuggets.
I like to call him The Winner Within. That's his autobiography. It was a great book, whatever. And obviously he was in my book that I wrote, Straight Shooter, because he helped motivate me. I got a lot of love for Pat Riley. Pat Riley wouldn't even concede power to LeBron James. When LeBron James, in his prime, arrived, he's like, there's a certain way we do things here in South Beach. This is where it's going to be. Pat Riley, the way they call it Wade County, you can do that because Dwayne Wade, the Hall of Famer that is Dwayne Wade, love and appreciation for him.
Ball World, this is a new style of video. Let me know if you guys like it. Comment below what y'all think about this James Harden situation. I'm glad to be getting into this style of things. I like this, and I want to continue doing it. But y'all gotta let me know. We could just stick to NBA rap. Let me know what y'all want to do.